More than 100 of them sat cross-legged in total silence, lit only by candles, their eyes closed and their palms pressed together. Most never uttered a word in protest. Instead, it was their presence that spoke, as Falun Gong protesters surrounded the Consulate General of the People's Republic of China. The Falun Gong gathered here to remember the anniversary of the Chinese government's crackdown on their controversial sect 10 years ago.
3,258 innocent practitioners who have been persecuted to death.
Jenny Liu says she is here because of her mother, a 66-year-old high school physics teacher in Beijing.
She practiced Falun Gong. She's been arrested, and detained, and imprisoned for 2 times. She was tortured.
Falun Gong is derived from the ancient Chinese meditation practices of Qigong. Practitioners believe that the series of yoga-like movements bring inner peace and stimulate the flow of the life force, qi. Michelle Ye says her Taiwanese parents taught her Falun Gong to help her treat her sleep disorder.
It was hard for me to let go of the medicine at first because I would kind of become dependent on it. Falun Gong has been more helpful than the medicine.
Jenny says that because of these health benefits, the Chinese government encouraged people to practice Falun Gong.
There's an official statement saying that if everybody practiced Falun Gong in China, it will save a lot of money, health insurance for the government.
But as the popularity of Falun Gong grew, practitioners say the atheistic Chinese Communist Party felt threatened by its spiritual aspect and cracked down.
In China, we were educated as those are superstition. But after I practiced Falun Gong, I understand there are a higher being.
The Falun Gong faces persecution in China, but practitioners in the United States say the Chinese government has also monitored their activities. Practitioners here say they've been spied on, followed, and that their families back home in China have been threatened.
Some practitioners, they were put on the blacklist, so they cannot return to China.
10 years ago, the Chinese government announced on state television that Falun Gong was, quote, an illegal organization, and that party members were forbidden to practice it. The government alleged that practitioners were, quote, advocating superstition, inciting and creating disturbances, and jeopardizing social stability. The Chinese consulate in Los Angeles did not return calls for comment. Jenny says she lives in fear of another night like December 15, 2006, when police ripped her mother from her father's arms and sent her to a forced labor camp.
And he just told me that Mom got arrested again, and he was crying, and my heart was broken.
6,000 miles in a very different world away, Falun Gong practitioners here pray that the repression will end someday. Kaylin Ford, U.S. China Today.